Hello, I'm Dr. Shelley Meyer, and today we're talking about the best probiotics for women, so stay tuned to learn more. I'm Dr. Shelley Meyer, and welcome to my channel. On this channel, I talk all about hormone balance, getting off the hormone roller coaster, reclaiming your health, and restoring the magic of feeling well. And today we're going to focus on the best probiotics for women. Now, we can look back on 2020. We all probably needed some probiotics to help our immune systems. So I'm going to talk about the best probiotics that I used in 2020 and looking forward to the ones that I'm going to be using now here into 2021. So why do we need probiotics, first of all? Oh, I forgot to introduce my background. In case you haven't watched the channel before, I'm a registered dietitian, nutritionist. I am board certified family physician, and I am certified by the Institute for Functional Medicine and Institute of Integrative Health and Medicine. So why do we need probiotics? We not only need them for balancing our microbiome. We all most of us have probably heard that our microbiome, our gut environment can become imbalanced, and probiotics can help restore good bacteria and help balance out or get rid of some of the bad bacteria. But also it helps, just how our overall digestion function goes, how we absorb and break down our food. It helps reduce bloating, but also it can reduce yeast infections in women and men too. But today we're focusing on women. Decrease bacterial vaginosis, decrease infections like urinary tract infections, even reduce cramps, menstrual cramps, and improve our immune function. So we're going to talk about all the different strains, not all the different strains, but we're going to talk about the ones that apply to those factors that are really unique to women. So before we go into that though, how do we choose a good probiotic? Well, you can find probiotics within fermented foods. So that's a great thing to do, is to add more fermented foods to your diet. And I'll show some pictures of some fermented foods here. So eating is great, but sometimes we need the benefit of an encapsulated or powdered probiotic. So we want to look for a good broad spectrum probiotic. We want to preferably have both lactobacillus and bifido strains within there, even Saccharomyces boulardii if you have any gut imbalance, or H. pylori, or you have a C. diff history, any of those kind of real bad bacterial imbalances. And you have some reflux, even potentially Sac boulardii can help with that, as well as yeast. But I'm going to get further into that, so I'm getting ahead of myself. So you want to look for a good variety of strains, and you want to, generally like 12 to 20 or more. And then you also want to look, but there's some, actually I'm going to correct myself there, there's some more targeted probiotics that may just have 2 or 3 strains, and that does not mean they're not good, because we're going to talk about why they're targeted here. You also want to look for kind of a large amount, usually, of CFUs, colony forming units. So generally for most things, I'm looking for between 12 and 20 on that too. But you also can go 50, 100, it all depends. And we're going to talk about some unique situations. And so, like I said, you want strain diversity as well in the lacto and bifido and Saccharomyces boulardii. So what conditions call for what different kinds of strains and what different kinds of blends? So first of all, comment down below if you have a favorite probiotic, one that's really helped you, particularly if you're a woman and it has helped you with any of those conditions that I mentioned. But let's focus in. So cramps. We don't really think of probiotics with cramps, but they can be linked to high histamine. And high histamine and high estrogen often go hand in hand. So I'm going to link above a suggested video for estrogen dominance, high estrogen. So a lot of times high histamine and high estrogen can go hand in hand, and then you could use a targeted probiotic to help lower that histamine. Now, histamine elevation can be a lot more complicated than just a probiotic. So you may want to see your functional medicine doctor, naturopath, integrative doc, or practitioner about your high histamine, because there's certain diets to follow. There's other supplements you can use. There's medications you may even have to use. It could affect your sleep and skin and all of that, but too much to get into in this video. But my favorite one to try if you have cramps that could be related to high histamine is Seeking Health's Probiotic Histamine X. I also use that with patients that have sometimes allergies that can show high histamine. So that's one of my favorites, and I'm going to link all these below. There'll be affiliate links from Amazon, but that just helps keep the channel going. And then also I'll leave a link to my online dispensary Fullscript where you can get a discount just for being a subscriber to the channel. So what are some other conditions? Yeast infections. So when we have yeast infections frequently, we want to consider looking for the source first of all. So again, working on the diet, anti-candida diet, culturing the yeast infections with your provider, and changing the types of underwear, changing to cotton underwear, trying not to have wet underwear on or kind of sweaty situations like that, making sure you change it out. Definitely avoiding sugar, so that's part of the anti-candida diet. But there are strains. Often I will refer to one of my favorite, like I said, not a big variety of strains within it, but targeted strains for yeast, and it's called Femdophilus by Jarrow, Jarrow. And I never know if I pronounce that right because it could be yarrow. But it's Jarrow, and you see this brand in the refrigerated section of your local Sprouts or Whole Foods or Vitamin Cottage or whatever store you go to. You can order it online as well. And that's a great brand, and they have a lot of good probiotics. And this one, Femdophilus, is great for yeast infections. There's research behind this, the strains that are in there, the L. rhamnosus in particular, and the L. reuteri, as far as its effectiveness against yeast infections, BV, otherwise known as bacterial vaginosis, which is an imbalance in the vaginal tract, and UTIs. So good one to look for if you're having any of those situations. I also like Vaginal Health Extra Strength. I'll put a link down below on that. So that's another option. And then Garden of Life has a One Daily Woman's, which has multiple strains that can help those situations too. If you're looking for a combo that can help with vaginal health and gut health, well, the one I really like and immune system is Orthobiotic. Great, because it has lactobacillus strains, bifido strains, good quality CFU amount, and it has Saccharomyces boulardii, which is great for those situations with acid problems and like in the gut, imbalance in the gut, yeast, all of that. So it's all the right strains for gut and vaginal health. Now, if you are a woman who has just given birth in the postnatal period, you're having mastitis, so inflammation in the breast from breastfeeding, then I really like the strain called Lactobacillus fermentum. And Claire Labs makes one called Target, looking at my notes, I use it a lot, but I'm forgetting, Target E3, I think, breast and baby, Target T3. I'll put it down below. I do use it, and it really works in cases of mastitis. And you do want to check with your doctor if you need an antibiotic too, or some kind of herbal antibiotic, but it does supplement those well, and it helps to kind of kill off that imbalance there. One study did show that it was more effective than antibiotics, so that would be great, because if you have to take more antibiotics, then you screw up your gut even more. You may need more probiotics, and you may end up with some digestive complaints. So good to start with this strain if you can. But if you're continuing to have recurrent issues with vaginal health and cramps and anything digestive related or the mastitis, you definitely want to see your provider. This is not individual medical advice for you because I'm not your doctor. You have to see your provider. Also, if you're having imbalance with estrogen dominance that I talk about a lot, and I had linked an estrogen dominance video, then I highly suggest you join my Mighty Network. A lot of YouTubers have Patreon. It's similar to that. Like, it's a group where we can all get together. You can support the channel, but you can also support your own hormone balance through my Emerge class, which is a hormone balance course, 8-week hormone balance course that actually, the way it's distributed on the group, you get a lesson or resource a week, and then you can really take your time with it. And that helps you get off the hormone roller coaster, helps you feel like yourself again. It helps with exercise guidelines and recommendations for hormone imbalance and to create hormone balance, nutrition, what supplements can help, what tests to take, what levels you're looking for in the test, how to talk to your doctor about that, how to reboot your libido, hair quality, skin quality. So I really highly suggest you join the Dr. Shelley Meyer Mighty Network. There's an invitation down below that takes you to the direct network, then to join the group that has the course and the advice and the support group in it. That is called Reclaim Your Hormone Health. So please like, subscribe, and share this video. This helps keep the channel going, and check out the links down below. Thanks so much for watching today.